video we're gonna learn a little bit more about Sass, principally when we're talking about front end. This is an amazing tool for front end developers, principally when you have to organize your files and to improve your code. Sass is an amazing tool, principally now when we are using the Phoenix 1.5. So let's start with it. So the first things that we're gonna learn is how to use the partials in Sass. For example, now you can see phoenix.css, but you can start using some resources in Sass. The first one is, I have an application started. Now you can see this. And then we need to create a new file, and we are gonna call it of root SCSS. Then, and now everything is broken, but we can see that root is not mapped. Why? Because when we use the underscore, we telling to Sass that we are just compile files when we import. So to start compiling this, you can use some things like import and then pass in the root. So after this, everything is broken and now everything is working. So if you see some things here, it's not compiled, it's still compiled. But principally, when you do this using the underscore, the file is compiled. So let's start styling this. So first one, you can see a lot of stuffs here, but we are gonna start with header. And if you see the root, the first one is header. And you can see a lot of things that header has in root SCSS. And then we need to pick up all of this file and save this to see. Header is not working now. And we are going to create the file using the partials header SCSS. So when you do this, it's in saving. It's not working, but you can use the import to pass the header. Passing the header, and now, yeah, great, it's working. So now we have the header here, and we don't need to use all of this because we can see a lot of things inside the header. So the first one we are gonna do is just cut the section, and then we can see some things like this. And then we can put section here because section is inside the header. We are saying that section is inside the reader, though this is okay to use this. And now everything is working again. The second one is using this. So let's cut this, and the order is inverted. And this one is used inside the section. So we can do this, something like this. Now everything is working again because everything is inside the section. Let's restart this plug too. Oh, seems to be great now. And now we have the nav. And if we cut this and see the application, we can see the styling not good. So now we can use the header too, but after section we have this, and we can do this nav, and inside the nav we have the UL. So we can do some things like I have this UL, inside the UL we have this one, and inside the nav we have A. We just need to cut this and put this one here. Let me see, and here. Okay, now we've styled this, and we've styled this, and we have LE, and LE is inside the UL. We just need to put this. And now we'll learn a little bit more about chaining in Elixir, and everything is working just because we are using CS Sass, and it's gonna be easy to read and more readable to understand the Sass. So now we've learned a little bit more about it, and we can use the same resources to Phoenix Hero. So Phoenix Hero, we have the inputs inside the Phoenix Hero, so we just need to put this one here. It seems to be okay. This is okay. We can change this one for example 0 black. Now you can see this. Okay, let's move to blank too. Inside the logo we have this one. And then everything it's working using the Phoenix and using the Sass. So let's learn a little bit more about some resources too. So we learn about chaining, and we can use the mixings and include to grouping resources and reuse this. For example, let me see some example here in code. It's good to use here because we have a color, background color, and border color, and we can create a mixing. The name is alert content, and then we can start passing by color and these resources, but just because we have the info. And then you can put here using the include. When you do this, it should be and test it again, we can see that we have some errors now. It's okay. Let's try now using this for info, warning, and danger. So now we can pass in the variable color, bg color, and we can pass border color. So now we can put some stuffs like here. This is the color. This is the background color. And then we have the border color here. So let's just do this and passing now the variables here. And bg color. And then we have the border color. If everything is working now, we can replicate and duplicate this code here. We just need to move the variables and the values here, just like this. So let's start testing now. Now everything is working, and we can see some things like we have this color here. We can move to, for example, black, 0, black. Let's try to use again. I don't know if we are using the danger. No. Yeah, now you can see some resources working because we are using the mixing. So we just need to use in the mixing now because we have this content here. Some stuff to learn here about the Sass that's really nice for us. We've learned about the variables, we've learned about the grouping and using mixing. Now we can see some stuffs like conditionals, and we have some repetitions. I think we can use some things like this, like a variable for modal close. We can create some imports here. For example, alert as CSS. Then we can move all of this to alert.